Good morning, this is Pete here for Lanier Sailing Academy and the Passport Sailing Club, along with John behind the camera. Say hi, John.
Hi, John.
Today we're here to talk about how to operate our Tohatsu Outboard engines on our Catalina Capri 22s. So first thing before starting the engine is we want to check to make sure we have plenty of fuel in the boat. You want to have at least half a tank of fuel. If you can't tell how much gas is in the tank, remove the gas cap. Look inside. Yep, I'm a little over half full there. That's good. Secure the gas cap, but make sure the tank vent is open. Always leave the tank vent as open. If you're not sure that the vent is open, then simply loosen the cap just a little bit. If the tank is not vented, you're going to run out of gas and the engine is going to stall about halfway out of the marina. Once you're sure you have fuel, close the fuel door. Make sure the fuel line is not pinched. Make sure it does run through the cutout in the fuel door. Next, take your primer bulb. Squeeze the primer bulb several times until it gets firm. At the same time, make sure there's no gasoline squirting out at the fuel fitting on the engine. Once that's done, now we're ready to start. Make sure the throttle is in the start position. Make sure the lanyard is properly inserted into the stop button. Check your gear shift. Make sure that you are in neutral and pull on the choke. Next step, take the slack out of the recoil and give a swift pull. Quickly move the choke in ever so slightly, continuing to slowly move the choke in as the engine warms up. Right now I'm at about half choke. I'll continue to move it in as the engine warms. I think I've run long enough. I put the choke in completely. Check to make sure that we have cooling water coming from the back of the motor. To stop the engine, press and hold the stop button. There's no need to pull the lanyard. Simply press and hold the stop button. Okay, crew, let's talk now about a hot restart. For a hot restart, turn the throttle to the restart position. Check your gear shift. Make sure it's in neutral. The choke should be off. Make sure the lanyard is engaged. Take the slack out of your recoil starter and give it a pull. Oh no, the throttle won't pull, the starter won't pull. You forgot to check the gear shift. Make sure the gear shift is in neutral. Okay, now take the slack out. Give the starter a quick pull, and I'm still not in neutral. Let's try it again, and here we go. The engine started. Once again, I checked for cooling water. That's extremely important. If you feel the need, you can throttle up just a little bit, let the engine run some. But before you shift into gear, make sure the throttle is all the way down to idle speed. To stop the engine, press and hold the stop button. Now let's talk about what to do in the event of a no start while you're out on the lake. First and foremost, check to make sure that you do have fuel in the gas tank. Make sure your fuel line is not pinched. Make sure the fuel line comes through the cutout in the fuel locker. Double check to make sure we pressurize the fuel line. You do not want the choke engaged. Leave the choke off. So if you have a no start and the engine is warm, turn the throttle all the way to wide open. Now that sounds counterintuitive, but trust me, that's the right thing to do. Next, again, make sure you're in neutral. Grab your recoil starter and give it a pull. Again, make sure you're in neutral. When the engine starts, quickly get the throttle down to idle. Again, check for water from the cooling system. And we're ready. Okay, and one final thing. Leave the motor down. Do not raise or tilt the motor back up out of the water once you get back to the dock. Once again, this has been Pete
and John
for Lanier Sailing Academy and the Passport Sailing Club. Have a great day.